Hello guys, in this video we're going to be looking at how to architecturally lay out a garage, and pretty much let's go ahead and get started. So one car garage, which are not common anymore, ideally you're looking at something between a 2-car garage or a 3-car garage. In this particular case we're going to pretty much use a cut line to represent an opening. Your typical opening size for a garage is 8 feet. And that's for a standard 8-foot door. And then you have a 7-foot as the depth of the opening. So pretty much when it comes to the garage door is pretty much set up on rails, and most of the time it rolls back. You can have a roll-up garage door or you can have a tilt-up garage door. Either way, you have some type of a mechanism that goes here, by which you cannot have any fan or lighting fixture right above where this opening is. And on AutoCAD, this is represented by a dashed line. This line also indicates like what's above and what should be clearance for the garage, and that represents the garage clearance. Now, when it comes to what is the distance on each side, I like to put 2 feet on each side, 2 to 2.5 feet. And the idea behind it is you want to have a 12-foot garage clear. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to be able to park your car ending with a wheel stop. That distance, so you have for a 1-car garage, you're looking at 12 feet for the width, and you are looking at 21 feet for the depth. So 12 feet this way. And this is the interior clear to clear, and you're looking at 21 feet this way. Now, this space here is 18 feet, just like a standard parking is 9 feet by 18 feet. You want to have the 18 feet plus 3 more feet here for a walkable area. Now, you want to have your entry to your home either be located into the mudroom from either this wall or that wall here. And we'll talk about significance of this entry because of the fact that your car will be parked and you exit out the left side of your vehicle here in the United States. So ideally this is located on the right side of your home. Majority of your home is going to be located on the left side. So 1-car garage, as we discussed, is 12 feet wide, 2 feet on each side with an 8-foot door, and that opens at a 7-foot height. Now, when it comes to a 2-car garage, that becomes a 16-foot opening, and your ideal width, adding 2 feet on each side, so 16 plus 4, you're looking at 20 feet. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to run a dimension string down through here. Same. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be looking at the depth. The depth remains the same. You have a 21 foot as a depth, and that is more than sufficient to park 2 cars. Again, you have 3 feet that is there for your wheel stop, and we'll discuss the wheel stop. Now, this is ideally how a curb works. So if you were to cut a section through a 2-foot garage door and we're just looking at the floor, this is where the drywall would end, this line right here. Right there is where your drywall would end, and you should be able to see a concrete curb that goes all the way around on which your wall sits. And there is no code for what the slope should be here, and it is a quarter, but ideally you want it to be at least a 1% or higher. 1/4 inch slope per foot is more than sufficient. So you have a 3.5 inch stop, which is formed by a 2x4 laying on its side, so it builds up a curb. So if your wheel was to try to drive into the garage, it would stop there. And then you would slope your garage floor, so if you wanted to wash it, the water slopes out. If the water gets in, it still slopes out. Then you have a 3/4 inch lip there formed by a 1x, and then this flat area is ideally anywhere from 7/4 of an inch to 11/4, again formed by a 1 inch by 12 board or a 1x10 board. And then from here you want to have a 2% to 5% slope. I wanna usually specify 1/2 inch I want to specify a 1/2 inch slope per 1 feet. So the driveway slopes faster than your actual garage interior. So that's just looking at the inside of your garage. Now, lastly, if you were to have a 3-car or a much bigger garage, you're going to be looking at a composite of putting a 2-foot wall in the middle. And this is just to help out your structural. Sometimes the structure might be steel. Sometimes you might be looking at V-lams or glue lam beams, whatever is the situation, whatever becomes more economical at that time. So 2 feet on each side. So 2, 2, 2, plus 8 and 16. So you should be looking at almost an even dimension every time. And that's how you know that you're looking at your garage properly. I have a 30-foot garage here. Now, some people have asked me if you were to have a 6-car garage. At that point, I would just say, hey, let's just go tandem. I would just add an additional 15 feet to the garage. Don't add the wheel stop. So if I was to stretch this out, an additional 15 feet, that would be my 6-car garage. So I can dimension this and I can tell you what it would look like to have a tandem garage. That is pretty much a 36 by 30. And this is when you have 6 cars in here. With that said, that pretty much covers all of garage. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. Follow for more content.